I am Robbie Freeman. I'm a director of strategy at Movable Ink. And using my 20 years of marketing experience, I know I look young, I'm going to show you how you can perfect your evergreen campaigns to drive engagement on your data and make your day-to-day easier. So let's talk about evergreen campaigns and what we are focused on. First off, is it engaging? What are you doing in your subject line, your messaging, your visuals? Is it relevant? Personalization, what's the timing look like? The behavior, the life cycle stage of who you're targeting. Finally, does it drive action? What are the next steps that your marketing is driving? What is the brand value that you're driving? And what ultimately is the engagement that you are seeing? These are all things that you have to think about with your evergreen campaigns. They're not just something you turn on and forget about it, as even though the term set and forget exists, you can't forget. So set it and forget it doesn't really cut it anymore. Your evergreen campaigns need to be just as relevant and timely and dynamic as the rest of your strategy, especially when your resources are stretched thin and every touch point needs to drive value. So your abandoned cart emails from 3 months ago, they probably aren't showing the right product info. Your welcome series might have old promos or offers that are long gone. It's time to let your content keep up on its own, with dynamic modules that update automatically every time the customer engages, pulling in real-time pricing, inventory, loyalty data, and more. Your evergreen campaigns can stay accurate and on brand without having to chase down updates. So what does that look like? For Ulta, they proactively seek out customer engagement by way of polling in order to drive loyalty in their rewards program. So basically, new members can snag extra points in their program if they vote on a preference. What happens then is a tailored follow-up email is sent to the respondent with content that is specific to their preferences. In this instance, they're looking for neon eyeliners. Who isn't? And they're being served up the products that are specific to them. This can be This will show highly rated products. It'll make sure that everything is in stock, and it'll have recommendations as well. And this can be enhanced even further by personalizing on a wide array of data points, including price, product reviews, or even past purchases. So really making it as personalized as possible. An additional level of personalization can be done with contextual data points as well, like location. So in this example, Superdrug is looking to boost foot traffic and increase awareness for some of their pharmacy first service program. Via email and mobile push notifications, they were able to personalize the communications to feature a map highlighting the nearest participating store, encouraging the in-store behavior, and getting them to go and take action. As you can see in the performance, we're seeing increase in email clicks at 9% and increase in mobile push clicks at 18%. So these strategies work when you're being dynamic and personalized. So the next thing to consider is how do you get your customers to do the heavy lifting for you? They're constantly dropping clues. What are they browsing? What are they buying? What are they ignoring? These are all things that you should be thinking about as you talk to your customers. If your evergreen campaigns aren't responding to these cues, you're missing a huge opportunity. Even your most basic life cycle flows, welcome, post-purchase, re-engagement, can feel hyper-relevant if they are built with real-time behavior in mind. So here's an example from Afterpay. Afterpay mastered this approach with their 60-day challenge in a welcome onboarding campaign that gave customers a sweepstakes entry for every action that they took. So think add your card to your account, etc. So potential tasks were emphasized with dynamic CTAs, which you can see over here, and they were updated based on if an action had already been taken or not, making it clear to the customer what they've done and what they need to do. Additionally, you can see with the check mark as that kind of kind of gifts. I don't know what the word is for that. It shows how many achievements are actually happening. So they can see in real time how many actions they've taken and how many actions they still need to take. This approach drove a 44% lift in high-value action completion, which translates to a 12% overall lift in loyalty and engagement. Basically, you're getting people sticky with the product early on, and you're getting them engaged. Similar to Ulta, MyJewellery encouraged customers to tell them their product preferences in a live poll. This zero-party data, and zero-party data is key because it's information that people are actively giving you and that you can use to retarget them with appropriate content. So MyJewellery thoughtfully was following up with customers with an email and mobile offers on products they're most interested in, most likely to purchase, ultimately driving a 255% increase in conversions by just asking people what they want to hear about and then serving that up. It is as simple as that. So every marketer's goal should be to build a system that automates the process and makes life easier. So here, modular content is your best friend. Think templates with swappable pieces that update based on who's receiving them. That way your evergreen campaigns can evolve automatically, no redesigns, no rewrites, no last minute rushes. So here's an example in the email space. So this is an example in a welcome series, for instance, in a credit card company. I focus on financial services, so that's why I'm talking about credit cards. But if you think about your onboarding experience, typically it is very time-based. You might get your first email and it's welcome onboarding day 10. Unfortunately, it takes 10 days to send an email in the credit card business. Who knows why? But it'll give you answers how to activate your account, how to create an online account, the basic things that you need to accomplish. It'll then move into the benefit reinforcement, explaining to you card accelerator. And then it'll go, let's take it to the next level. We want to get them to get additional products, enroll in offers. But not everyone acts in the same exact period of time. If I get my card on day 1 and I activate, and you tell me to activate on day 10, that's silly. And you're not taking my behavior into account. So when you use a modular approach, you can kind of play around with the ordering of this without having to kind of increase the lift of work. So what effectively you're doing is you're creating a library of these modules from these different topics. And then as someone takes a behavior and gives you a data signal, you then are going to serve up that data point accordingly. So I activated my card. My day 10 activation email doesn't talk about activating my card. But if I'm at day 30 and I haven't activated my card, why would you talk to me about a consumer line of credit increase? You wouldn't. You would want me to increase my card. So at day 30, it could automatically serve up that message if I were less active. So basically, it takes the silos of the messages and allows you to send them at any point in time in this journey and to engage people when they need to be engaged with. It's really just an effective strategy, and if you're I personally think if you're not doing it, you're leaving a lot of opportunity on the table because people want to be talked to in a timely manner. Here's an example from Citi where they took this into action. So they did it with a lot of different products. So when they brought Movable Ink on as a partner, they were able to simplify their HTML code using just a few blocks and creative tags that all their dynamic content would populate into. They loaded all the images, all the colors, all this into a CSV file on the Movable Ink platform. And this resulted in a lot of production efficiencies. If you can see here, 1 full-time employee was saved by just templatizing this. And that is the value to the company, not even the value to the customer who is getting the message that they need at the right point in time when they want it. So let's take customer behavior in one channel and personalize the content in another channel. It's not just about triggering the same experience across platforms. It's about creating a cohesive journey that adapts in real time. So using Movable Ink, our creatives adapt in real time. So instead of manually creating variations for every customer scenario, we'll go ahead and populate each scenario of the image just for the particular customer the moment they choose to engage. As you can see, Emily's email is pink and it's selling her, I'm going to wait for her to get back to Emily, one more, sandals, and so on and so forth. This is one image that is being generated for each individual person at the point of open. This is all being pulled in from different data types as well. So you can pull in the headline as text, the product image that is being pulled in. There's live pricing being pulled in via API from an API. So different data sources can all combine to form this one composite image that kind of personalizes for each individual person. And the beauty of this approach is that once it's built, you can automatically use and reuse this content block across any channel in any campaign you want. So you launch it and you build it for email, you add it to rich push notifications. It's the same line of code that you're dropping in, and I'll show you how to do that in a second, into your rich push campaign. The same line of code that you're dropping into your in-app messaging campaign. And finally, say it with me, the same line of code you're dropping into your SMS campaign, streamlining it and making it simple as possible for everyone. And from your customer's point of view, they're getting a consistent, connected, and customized experience that they're after. They're not seeing different messages in different channels. They're seeing the same message across every channel. So speaking of experience your customers want, let's look at how this works with our in-app messages. So you craft an end-to-end HTML in-app messages directly in the Movable Ink Studio, all without code. You can unlock an array of mobile in-app use cases, and you can incorporate multiple clickable elements, each with their own click-through link, and interactive components, and more. These include use cases that were previously only available in email, such as live polls, as I've showed, product grids, scratch-offs, which were only previously supported in email, as well as use cases that are currently not even possible in the email channel, such as video backgrounds and carousels. And if you're wondering how this will impact performance for customers in terms of load time, no worries. With these in-app messages now being served via HTML file, customers will actually experience faster load times than they were previously. So the ultimate question as users of MoEngage is, how do you use these products together? And it's actually quite simple. Within the MoEngage campaign setup wizard, you create a push campaign as you normally would. You add your single line of, you add your Movable Ink creative tag into your URL here, and then you send a preview. You send/preview the message. It's as simple as that in terms of integrating it between Movable Ink and MoEngage. An easy way to make your Evergreen campaigns personalized and consistent across the gamut of your campaigns. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate your time. I am Robbie Freeman once again. If you'd like to connect with me on LinkedIn, please do. Everyone's phone should be going up right now. Thank you so much.